Hello student, we completed the whole portion, but for the revision we are going to look this point, that is the specific heat. Okay, the specific heat of an object is the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of the unit mass of that substance through 1 degree. This is represented by the symbol C. Its unit in SI is joule per kg degree Celsius, and in CGS it is calorie in gram degree Celsius. Suppose Q is the amount of heat is required to increase the temperature of an object of a mass m. Specific heat C from T, it changes the temperature of that object from T initial temperature to the final temperature. This amount depends upon the mass and the specific heat of the object as well as on the increase in the temperature can be written. This formula is the amount of temperature that is Q is equal to mass of an object, that is m, into the required temperature, that is the specific heat is C, and the final temperature, the change in the temperature means the final temperature subtract initial temperature. So here we get this formula of heat, that is the amount of temperature is equal to the mass into specific heat into the final temperature minus initial temperature. Okay, here we have some substances with the specific heat calculations, that is calorie per gram per degree Celsius. That is, the aluminium has a specific heat is equal to 0.21, alcohol 0.58, gold 0.03, hydrogen 3.42, iron 0.11 specific heat, copper 0.09, 0.03 of mercury, and water has a 1 degree Celsius. So water is the base of change in temperature. Okay, the calorimeter, we have seen that the thermometer is used to measure the temperature of an object, while the calorimeter is used to measure the heat content of an object. Using these equipments, we can measure the heat produced or absorbed in a physical or a chemical process. Calorimeter is shown in the figure 14.5. Similar to the thermoflask, the calorimeter has two vessels, in inner and outer one. This way, no heat can be transferred from inner to outer vessels from the outer to inner vessels. Thus, the inner vessels is the thermally isolated from the surrounding. The inner vessels is made of copper, and a thermometer for the measuring the temperature and for steering a liquid in the calorimeter is fitted in it. Water at a fixed temperature is placed inside the calorimeter. This means that the temperature of the inner vessels and that of the water in it are the same. When the hot object is placed in water, the heat is exchanged between the hot object and water and the calorimeter. All three reaches the same temperature. The calorimeter is thermally isolated from the surrounding. The total heat lost by the hot object is equal to the heat absorbed by the calorimeter and water inside. Similarly, if we put the cold object on in the calorimeter, the cold object will receive heat from the water and its temperature will increase, while water calorimeter will lose its heat and their temperature will decreases. Suppose the inner vessels, the calorimeter is m degree Celsius, m of Celsius, mass of Celsius. Its initial temperature is initial temperature, that is Ti. The mass of water in the calorimeter is mW. The temperature of water will be also Ti. Suppose we place an object of a mass of object, that is the temperature of object in calorimeter. If temperature of object is higher than that of the initial temperature, the object will give away the heat to calorimeter and water. Soon the temperature of all the three will become the same. This is the picture of the calorimeter. Here we can saw the different equipments including in calorimeter, that is the thermometer, stirrer, outer vessel, inner vessels, air cavity, a heat resistant and heat resistance lead. Sorry for the interruptions. I click on the different page and lessons. Okay, here we have Q amount of heat of object, the amount of heat of calorimeter plus the amount of heat of water, means the amount of heat of object will be the same at the amount of calorimeter of object plus amount of heat of water. So we get here formula, that is the QO is equal to heat of object is equal to heat of calorimeter, heat gained by the calorimeter plus heat gained by the water. As we seen above that the heat of the object, heat of the calorimeter and heat of the water depends upon the mass, specific heat and change in the temperature, that is delta T. Delta, it is used term, this term is used for the change in the temperature. So the between initial and final, the temperature is a delta temperature. If the specific heat of the material of calorimeter, water and the objects are C2, CW and CO respectively, we can write using the formula 3, that is the amount of heat is equal to mass of object into delta T, change in the temperature of object into the change of the calorie of the object. Okay, that is the delta temperature of object is equal to temperature of object minus final temperature. So here we got the formula, that is the QO, the temperature, the amount of temperature of the object is equal to mass of object into change into the temperature of object into calorimeter. The second is the amount of water, the mass of water into change into temperature of the water into change in calorimeter of the water. QC means the change in the calorimeter amount of calorimeter of object is into the delta temperature change in the temperature of the calorimeter into the calories, that is the change calorimeter, the heat gain by the calorimeter. Okay, so here we have a formula. In both three formula we have delta T object, delta T temperature of water, delta change in the temperature of the calorimeter. Okay, so using four formula fourth formula, that is QO is equal to QC plus QW, that is the mass of object into change into temperature of object into change in the calorimeter is equal to mass of the water into change in the temperature of the water into calorimeter of water plus mass of the calorimeter into the change in the temperature of calorimeters into change in the calorimeter. So the next point is the linear expansion. Linear expansions means we saw the railway lines are change its in the summer season, the railway lines changes its length because of heat. So they kept some distance between the two railway lines, railway rod, to have a space for the increase in the rod. Okay, so here we have the expansion of a solid, that is the linear expansion. The linear expansions of a solid is the increase in the length of the wire or a rod of a solid due to the increase in its temperature. When we increases the temperature of a rod of the length, that is L1 to the T1 to T2, that is the first temperature, and the change in the temperature, its lengths become L2. The change in the length is the proportional to the original length and the increase in the temperature, that is the delta T is equal to T temperature 2 minus temperature 1. So we can write the change in the length as follows, that the second length minus initial length, that is the L2 minus L1 alpha. Here the change in the length, that is the alpha original length into the change in the temperature. Okay, that is L2 minus L1 alpha L1 into change in the temperature, means L2 minus L1 is equal to lambda into length 1 into change in temperature delta T. L2 is equal to L1 into 1 plus lambda delta T into bracket complete. Here lambda is the constant of proportionality, and it is called as the coefficient of a linear expansion of solid substance. Here we have coefficient of some metals, solids, liquids and gaseous. Okay, Next point is the areal expansion of solids. Similar to the linear expansions, the area of the sheet of the solid material is also increased by the heat is called as the areal expansions of the solid. This is given by the formula, that is A2 is equal to A1 into 1 plus coefficient delta T. Okay, so here I will give you some formulas in the written type in books and photograph it. You must learn that formula and follow the guide. Follow the guide for explanation. Okay, so these please look at that formula. First we complete these lessons of the reading and then we will write down the some formulas and learn it. Okay, another thing is areal expansion of solids. Similar to linear expansions, the area of the sheet of a solid material also increases on heating. This is called as an areal expansion of solids. This is given by the formula, that is A2 is equal to A1 into 1 plus coefficient change in temperature, change in the temperature of coefficient. So here delta T is the change in the temperature, A1 and A2 are the initial and final areas of the sheet, and the coefficient is the areal expansion of the solid. Okay, volumetric expansion of the solid. Similar to the sheet, the three-dimensional piece of a solid expands in all sides when the heated. Its volume increases. This is called the volumetric expansion of solid. This is given in the formula, that is the V2 is equal to V1 into bracket 1 plus beta alpha temperature, beta delta temperature. Here delta T is the change in the temperature, V1 and V2 are the initial and final volume of the solid, and beta is the volumetric expansion coefficient of the solid. So this is the picture shown that the railway rods has some space between the two rods, because when due to summer or the frictions, the temperature of a rod increases, so it needs some space to increase. So there are a space kept between the two rods. They are not continuous. The small gaps is kept between them at a regular interval. This is shown in the figure. This is kept to accommodate the change in the length of the rail with change in the temperature. This is the gap is not kept with the change in the temperature. If the gap is not kept, then the rail will get distorted due to expansion in summer, which may leads to accident. The expansion of liquid, like solid, liquid also increases. Okay, a liquid does not have a definite shape, but it has a definite volume. So we can define the volumetric expansion coefficient for a liquid as follows: V2 is equal to V1 into 1 plus beta delta T. Here delta T is the change in the temperature, and volume 1 and volume 2 is the initial and final volumes of liquid, and beta is the volumetric expansion of the coefficient of liquid. The effect of heat on water is somewhat different from that of the other liquids. This is called the anomalous behavior of water. We are going to learn it above a higher standard. Expansion of the gases. The gas does not have a fixed volume. Gas expands on heating, but it kept if we kept this in closed box, its volume cannot increase, but its pressure increases. As shown in the 14.7, the pressure, due to the expansion in the pressures of the gas, the piston moves upward. Okay. So here we got for the formula, that is the volume second is equal to the volume first or initial into 1 plus beta delta T. Here delta T is the change in the temperature of gas, and the V1 and V2 are the initial and final temperature or volumes of the gas constant at constant pressure. The beta is the constant pressure expansion coefficient of the gas. Here we completed these lessons. So for the answering or for these questions, write down, solve these questions, that is A, B, C, and D in your book and read it thoroughly, while you must write down these questions. This is very important. So A, B, C, D and E. Here we have some answers. Here we have some answers, so which have to be so this is your homework for this lesson, that is A, B, C, D and E. Solve these examples with the help of guide, so you will be understand of these equations. Okay, thank you.